My name is Jai Sawyer, and this is the campaign to reinvent the way young adults truly see bushfires and the effect that they have on the Australian environment. The campaign is called The Last Call, and it offers a deep, emotional, and convincing way to raise awareness about bushfires. The tagline would be, "What would your last call be?" An attention-grabbing line that's meant to reel in a target audience of people aged around 18 to 30. The campaign focuses on the emotional impact of bushfires and how it can destroy homes, drive families apart, and kill animals, the environment, and people if not properly made aware of. And rather than boring people by shoving statistics and information down their throats that they wouldn't fully understand the meaning of, this campaign will offer emotionally driven storytelling that reaches audiences by showing them visual and noise triggers to truly understand the dire impacts that bushfires have, especially in Australia, one of the countries at the highest risk to bushfires. In order to best reach our target audience, an interconnected integration of both digital and traditional forms of marketing communications will be used throughout the campaign. Our main form of communication will be through social media apps such as TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, where the Last Call campaign will be putting out a mini-series based on the campaign title and tagline. The mini-series will consist of videos that will portray people's last moments as they're stuck in the middle of a raging bushfire. With no escape, the videos will portray the fear that these people have, knowing that it's their last moments to communicate with their loved ones. With the increasing value of social media as a tool for information communication, using it in this campaign will allow us to strike young adults with emotions of mortality and empathy, causing the viewer to further engage with the topic of bushfires. Now here's an example of what one of those videos might look like.
Just checking you out safely. I know you said you were going to wait for me, but the fire's moving faster than they predicted. I can't see the road anymore. It's all just smoke. Just let me know you're okay, yeah? Please, call me back. I love
Now, to further drive the impact that bushfires have, another form of communication the campaign will utilise will be through temporary art installations set up in high foot traffic areas. These could include museums across Australia and streets across mainline cities showing the aftermath of bushfires. For example, mock-ups, fully burned out rooms portraying the insides of homes that have been wrecked from bushfires, with last message quotes etched across the scorched walls from people who were inside during the bushfire. For example, lines such as "someone help me" and "please don't leave me" could be used to drive an emotional reaction out of viewers and thus further engage with them with the topic. While this communication method is less targeted than the social media mini-series aforementioned, it still attracts the growing culturally aware and art-interested young adults, grabbing their attention through the dramatic portrayal of the aftermath of bushfires. Now, to finish the campaign off, we'll also have a gamified app which can also be accessed on the internet, where on the game you'll get a simulated SMS message saying that there's a bushfire in the area. Following that, you'll get multiple different options of what to do. For example, gather all your stuff, or tell your friends, or get your house ready for the bushfire are all potential options the player-controlled character could choose between, and the game will change depending on what options the players choose, with the end goal being to survive the bushfire. There will also be multiple different difficulties the player could choose from, which will control how far away the bushfire is and what environment that player will be in. For example, a hot summer rural bushland located house would be the hard mode. Now, these different forms of communication will allow the Last Call campaign to truly reach the 18 to 30-year-olds on both physical and digital platforms that they regularly visit and will thus be able to see. In order for the campaign to be most successful, we'll start implementing our creative ideas before the bushfire seasons of each region in Australia. So for the more southern states, such as South Australia and New South Wales and etc., it'll start in mid to late spring and then also run throughout the peak bushfire seasons during the summer. While in the northern states, such as Northern Territory and Queensland, it'll run at the start of autumn, while also running through the peak bushfire season during the winter time. This will allow for us to reach peak viewership as it'll capitalise on these trends of the bushfire seasons. And to measure how well the communication channels are performing, we could view quantitative data such as foot traffic and the art installations, time spent on the app, and viewer to like ratio for our social media mini-series. Furthermore, we could also view qualitative data such as viewer feedback and reviews of our different creative ideas. Overall, this campaign offers a lot of raw emotions to be portrayed, with this intended to captivate viewers so that they'll further engage with the topic. As mentioned prior, the use of dramatization and storytelling will give viewers the opportunity to better sympathize with what's going on in our different forms of marketing, better than any statistics or words on a screen could ever do. And through our different marketing channels, young adults will have a better access to see and be made aware of the dangers bushfires truly have to us.